Do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. Shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita.
It's Tuesday, and that means one thing. We're eating tacos, and we're giving hot takes. Hot Take Tuesday, everybody, at Dads with Bacon Production. Follow us on Facebook, and also new Bean Pod podcast available. Search Dads with Bacon and get all of our shows over there. You can follow me at Dads with Bacon, DWB Marco on X, and our boy TJ the Cowboy. I see some smoke coming out of your ears. You seem a little bit hot. Hey, how can people follow you on social media?
On social media, you can follow me at tcawthorne65 on everything. And it is official. Your boy has got a Twitter, X, whatever it's called. It's getting finished up when this is over. It's going to be DWB_Cowboy Capone.
Love it. Love it. Well, welcome to the show. It's Happy New Year to you, TJ. And I think our favorite Longhorn is a little upset about the game yesterday. Sir, the floor is yours.
You know, Brad, I know you're watching. You're ready for this one. The final play, pass interference. My hot take on this one, the refs that were in this game never should have been there. Big Ten officiating never should have been there. You got a team going into the Big Ten. You fucked up the game, man. I'm sorry. I know this is not how it should have gone. You know what? Hot take of the year. Officiating just needs to stop. Let me, let Marco, let Brad, let Brandon go officiate these fucking games.
Look, yeah, on the NFL side, absolutely not a debate show. Can't argue with you here on this one. But the officiating has definitely been something. And again, in a big game, in a big moment, you take a look at situations and the call. Look, admittedly, so I took some time away from football again over the weekend, and I feel good about it because I probably would have broken my TV. I would have thrown something at it. Yeah, I would have took it. I would have taken it to that because the picture that you showed in the group chat was definitely one that would make me say you can't do that. And I know on Thursday we'll get into it a little bit more in depth, but again, the refs, if they make that call, then they're talking about the refs making the call and getting you got to let them play. Not a debate show. I feel you on that. What do you got? Are you still hot about anything else real quick?
You know, I think the only thing I'm really hot about now is all these teams, all these, fans putting the horns down. You know what? That's fine. These guys still made it to the playoffs while you guys were on the front nine or playing some shitty-ass game.
Hey, man, get used to it. We're going to the SEC. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Ben, I'll be jumping on the Longhorn bandwagon in the SEC. Along with my Kentucky Wildcats, TJ, me and you, we're going to try to get to that game.
Are you looking at the tickets right now?
Yeah, definitely. You got to get used to that, buddy, because that's going to be coming. That's going to be coming. All right. So I got a hot take, and maybe it's not a hot take, but I don't think the committee got it right. I don't think the committee got it right. I think Georgia would have made a lot of noise if you would have given them a shot. I think with their 30 guys that they missed and that Florida State had out, that ridiculous bowl game, that all bowl games have gotten ridiculous now because nobody wants to play in it because they don't want to get injured. But I think my hot take is y'all are lucky them dogs aren't in there.
Yeah.
Y'all 100%. Are lucky them dogs aren't in there. And the luckiest of them all, I think, is Michigan. They're lucky. They're lucky. So my hot take, not a debate show. We'll talk about it on Thursday. I'm sure we will.
Okay.
I do have another hot take. We flipped the calendar over. Welcome to 2024. Hot Stove League is hot. We have some huge blockbuster deals, some huge blockbuster signings, but we don't have one for the Cubs. Oh my God, what are you doing, Ricketts? Come on. You got to get the back of the bullpen. We got bums on there, okay? You can't go into a new season with a new manager and that's your play. They weren't a manager away. Yes, Ross cost them some games, but you can't look at this roster and think that we have what it takes to score the runs. We have what it takes to close out games. We have what it takes to win that division. I don't think Council made the switch to come and lose that division to the Brewers, but I don't see what the Cubs have on roster right now. So there's some big names out there. Bellinger can come back. I don't think he will because he's a Boris guy. Reese Hoskins at the corner. There's some real high-powered bats that can still come to the north side and make a difference. But come on, give me something. Give me some buzz. Give me some fake news. Give me some rumors. Send me a Instagram of somebody at Starbucks on the north side. Something to get the fan base excited because oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I got some time, 6 weeks before pitchers and catchers report. I got some time, but we got to do something. We have to do something. Now is the time. So I hope tomorrow we get some good news. I really do.
Hey, you know what? I'm with you on that. Houston's been very quiet, so I'm going to take this hot take right now. Houston is not the most hated team in the MLB anymore.
Gotta love it.
And I'll take it. You know what? I will beat my trash can to that every fucking time. Give me that trash can. I'll bang the hell out of it.
So awesome. So I go to Twitter to see what everybody's talking about and who has hot takes. Not a fan of the show, but I'll definitely introduce him for Drew Hansen. But his hot take is that it's not necessarily super hot either, but Jordan Love needs to stop being compared to other great quarterbacks, past and present. You got to let the young quarterback become great on his own, whatever path that takes. His future in Green Bay is hot. And just before the show, we were having a conversation with our good friend Brad, and he is really he has taken some great steps into being a good professional quarterback. That's Jordan Love. And yeah, we're so. Here's another hot take. Tom Brady was bad for the league. Let me tell you why Tom Brady was bad for the league. All right, because he was so good right away and he won all those Super Bowls. Now everybody is being compared to that, and like that's not realistic. Like you got to let the GOAT be the GOAT. And Patrick Mahomes, right, setting records and doing great things and winning 8 divisions in a row and another year with 4,000 passing yards and all this other stuff. But they always want to keep it lower because it's not Tom Brady and he doesn't have the rings yet. I think Love, not going to be great, not doing that. But I will say that Tom Brady, the cheater, was bad. The cheating Michigan. Oh, I see a pattern there. It was bad for the league. So that's my hot take.
All right, I'm gonna leave the non-scripted sports for a scripted sport. My hot take: The Rock is going to smack the hell out of Roman Reigns and wipe his butt on it.
Love it. I think it's 2 years too late, but I love it. I'm ready for it. And I'm here for it. We should definitely have a individual show because us wrestling stands are going to go hard in the paint on that when we start talking about that. So maybe we'll have a wrestling centric show later on in the week. But somebody that does kind of get the short end of the stick on that though is going to be Cody, right? So his story is got put on the back burner. He's oof.
I got one more that kind of goes with this one. WWE, why would you put a racist motherfucker on this thing before The Rock comes out? I'm sorry. Jinder Mahal, dude.
Oh.
They brought Jinder Mahal out there and he said, USA sucks. USA, you guys are not, united. Started talking in his gibber tongue, whatever he calls it. And The Rock comes out, and I'm like, dude, I'm ready for The Rock just to smack the hell out of him, tell him to shut up.
Yeah. It's funny, these storylines and the stuff that's scripted, and you feel like it's again, I feel like it's 2 years too late, but it's like you could almost could have predicted this when AEW came out, that this was the path that they were going to need to do. They're going to fight for talent, and then WWE is going to lean on their old guys, right? We're going to lean on The Rock, who only wrestled for 6 years and has been gone for 20 years. Like they're kind of desperate, but again, they have those tools in the toolbox for the ratings, for the merch, to fill the seats. So it's going to be great. But and keeping on the wrestling theme, I guess, for a wrestling show now, hot take, Chris Jericho. Let's not put celebrities on a pedestal when you don't know anything about them off screen. Some really dicey stuff came out about him, and I'm all for due process, and I understand that people make allegations that are false, but I don't trust celebrities, so I'm not surprised that somebody that travels in the circus, which is what wrestling is, and is a head front man for a rock group, which is notorious for being rock stars and doing rock star things, that he wouldn't be a scumbag when given the opportunity to be a scumbag. So, so great in-ring personality, one of the best, GOAT, Mount Rushmore of wrestling, but probably Mount Rushmore's of scumbags if this report of his sexual assault, what do we call that? Inopportune choice of shooting a shot, right? Like
that. There's a lot that can be said about that one. So I'm with you on that one.
I got a feeling we'll go into that on Tuesday as well.
So I got a good hot take for you, Marco, because you and I feel like you're the only ones in this group that watch NASCAR.
Possibly.
Okay. My hot take for this year, I got two of them. One, Kyle Busch and RCR win the title.
Let's go.
That's number one. Number two, they officially are going to shut down Darlington.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a crappy facility? Is it old? It's old. It's an old hat, yeah?
The Rock is coming back. Rockingham Speedway is coming back. They're going to shut down Darlington. That may be like a once in a few race thing where, maybe once in a year, once every few years they'll bring it back. They're going to put the Rockingham Raceway is going to be the all-star race and everything in between. They just put a brand new renovation into it. It looks amazing. I just saw NASCAR put out photos of them testing these new Fords, Chevys, and Dodge. Another hot take. Dodge is coming back to fucking NASCAR. The RTR Challenger looks great. Not really. It's going to spin everybody out like it did in freaking Chicago that one year. So that's my hot take. Kyle Busch, The Rock, and Dodge.
So what's Kyle Busch going to drive though? Is he going to stay? Are they staying with their Toyota?
No, Kyle Busch is with RCR.
He's with RCR, but they're driving Toyotas, aren't they?
No, they're driving Chevys. They got the nice Camaros.
Okay. All right. I got to get back into it. Yeah. Big Busch fan. Big Busch fan. Cool. All right. So another hot take. LeBron is LeBron is a bitch, right? That's something we have to say every week. But he might be onto something there when his foot was on the line or not on the line, like clearly. And I don't understand again, referees, here we are, sports fans talking about referees. But when you have replay and you have the things, you have the technology in place, that's the argument, right? It's like, we have the technology, we can do it. Go back and see it. Like, you see it. It's a 3-pointer. I don't understand. I do understand. It's gambling. Investigate all referees. Every referee's phone should be checked for gambling apps. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but that you gotta side with Baby Goat on that one.
Dude, I'm gonna stick with the LeBron thing. Dude, Bronny's impressing me. My hot take: Bronny's gonna be 5 times better than his father.
Not so fast, my friend. Not a debate show. I like your hot take. He does have more NCAA points than his dad does, so he's got that going for him. But yeah. I also like the fact that you know, he's going to give us something to watch and talk about because I'm an NCAA guy, right? So it's January. It's time to start looking ahead at conference championships. Start getting those brackets ready for March Madness. I'm sure Dads with Bacon will have something fun for everybody. Maybe a little prize at the end. So yeah, it's time to start looking at that. And my hot take for March Madness, for our boy Brad, for Indiana, expect heartbreak, boiler down, not going to happen. This isn't the year. It's never the year. They're not going to win it. So enjoy being on top right now because the Kentucky Wildcats are coming, baby.
I like the hot take. Here, I'm going to revert back to our college football. Hot take. Florida State, you suck. ACC won't kick you out because you suck that bad. You got whooped by Georgia. Stop bitching and crying. You got beat.
Half their team was not there, not a debate show. But here's something else that I don't like about the NCAA. And this is the changing tide of what the transfer portal has become. I saw a thing on TikTok where they were talking about recruits D1, D2, and D2 is the new D1 for freshmen, incoming freshmen that are looking to play in college because I guess generally on a regular basis there's about within the Atlanta the counties over there, right? So we got Cobb, Fulton. Anyway, they do 500 to 525 scholarships that they send out to incoming freshmen. That was completely cut in more than half with about 200 D1 scholarships that went out to these kids that want to go play. And so kids got to have a different mindset. You got to go to, and some of them do, right? My son is a senior, going to be a freshman, and he's like, all right, well, I'll go play, D2 or play D3 and transfer in or do whatever. And that's the mindset in recruiting now is you have to be prepared because you're a stud either way. Only 7% or so of high school athletes go on to play collegiate ball. And of those that play collegiate ball, it's down to like 2% that go and play in the pros because there's not so many pros. So these kids got to, they're getting screwed over because this transfer portal, not good. So hopefully NCAA has a lot of fixing to do. Fixing to do.
Yes,
fixing to do.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. So, good holiday. So nothing hot off of that. I was not near the great city of Chicago for New Year's, which is great. Too many years spent on the river patrolling and keeping people safe for the fireworks. I didn't have to do that this year, and that's good for me. Nobody that I know got a DUI, so that's good. There's no reason for that. Take an Uber. Stay safe. What do you got? What kind of hot take you got coming up for this weekend of activity as we close out the NFL Week 18?
My hot take for this weekend, and I got to be a little quiet. Little dude just woke up.
Uh-oh.
My hot take for this weekend: Dallas comes to DC, bends over the Commanders, wins the NFC East Championship. My hot take: Dallas goes to the championship round. We see 49ers, and it's going to be a hell of a game.
All right. My hot take, somehow, some way, the Saints are winning the South so that my preseason pick can come to fruition. A couple of 8-8 teams, the Bucs and the Saints. The Bucs have the Panthers, who are playing for the Bears' #1 pick overall. So is there going to be some a situation like they had last year with a little karma for Houston giving the Bears the #1 overall pick, and now in reverse order we can see them #1 pick slip away? I don't know if the math is there for that, but I'd love to see the Panthers win one for the Gipper and win one for the Saints, so I could look like I know what I'm talking about, because apparently I don't. It's already locked. Okay, fine, no karma. Fine, then play your hearts out, boys. Go out there, Carolina Panthers, and win one for your fan that got a beer spilled on him by your owner, piece of shit. And go out there and make somebody proud. Make some bookies proud. Did you see that? The guy that threw the drink on the owner,
Oh yeah,
whatever his name
I
is?
sent it. I sent it onto the group chat, and I said something about that. I said that's going to be a hot take for Tuesday. And it was funny because the dude that the GM threw the beer at is suing him, and the GM's like, "Oh no." He's like, he said something to me. Okay, cool. You got caught. There's video
Yeah.
evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. And whatever, dude, you're the GM, you're the owner. You're above that, man. Those are, those are your fans. Those are your people. That's your intake, man. What are you doing? That's
It was a visiting.
oh.
It was so they were playing against Jacksonville. It was a Jacksonville fan.
Oh, well, they're idiots too.
I'm going to throw water at Kansas City fans, Commander fans, Bills fans, Pats fans. I mean, hey, come on. I'll throw it at Packers head too.
All right. So everybody's talking about our boy Troy's Bills and how nobody wants to play them going into January, going into the playoffs. My hot take is those Bills stay hot. They take it to the Dolphins, who fraud incoming. And the Bills are going to make it to the playoffs. I don't know if that's a super hot take, but I think that the way they're going to beat the Dolphins, they're gonna embarrass them. I'm feeling Punchy Face has 4 to 6 touchdowns, maybe 2 rushing, 4 throwing. And the Bills are going to be riding high. Bills Mafia. We got the anniversary of DeMar Hamlin dying on the field. He's going to win Comeback Player of the Year with 2 tackles, which is great because he's got 2 more tackles than you and I ever had in the NFL, and the dude died last year. So give him. I don't care. You could give the flowers to Joe Flacco all you want. He's not Comeback Player of the Year. He didn't die. He quit and he came back. That's fine. All right. He was on the Jets, which is just the same as being dead, is the meme that I saw. But I want the Bills, boost them up. Come on, Bills. Come on, Bills. Do it. I want everybody to get boosted up. I want Lamar Jackson to be MVP chance for the next 6 weeks for Lamar Jackson, because we got something for you, and it's called a back-to-back, baby. We got something for you. AFC. All right, that's my hot take. All right.
Hey, you know what? All of our hot takes ain't got to sound smart, but they're hot takes, right?
They're hot. They're hot. All right, buddy. Got anything else for us coming in?
Honestly, man, I don't. I think this is a great segue into Thursday, where you're going to see some more hot takes come out of nowhere.
It's gonna be an interesting show. We're gonna have to really, it's gonna be an interesting show. I think. Bummer, our boy Ben's not going to be there, but I'll make sure that he provides us with all of his information that he needs to relay to us for his expertise on things and why he's wrong. But I look forward to it. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. A couple of quick announcements. We have a Dads with Bacon group. Again, the Podbean is out there for everybody to wherever you get your podcasts from. You know we're on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook. We also have a new group out there for you grease monkeys and gearheads. It's a Dads with DWB Car Club. So you can find that through the Facebook group. So if you're a car guy, if you like racing, if you do car shows, all that stuff, it's one of our most requested topics for us to talk about on our Dads with Bacon original page. So go ahead out there and like the page, share your stuff. I know we're in the middle of winter now, but car shows are great. We have one, the weekly car shows in our village are always well attended. So we love to see those pictures and talking cars with our boy TJ, and we'll have another moderator on there too, friend of the show. It escapes me now. Bummer, but yeah. So that's what we got.
I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam, I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron, well I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect them. I made the call up with just like I'm rapping. I know we